What is the role of social workers in the justice system? I believe the answer is not to take out social workers or to replace already existing workers with them, but to incorporate them with the goal of altering the system altogether. Strong initiatives like defund the police and end mass incarceration are generally powerful and backed by those who are passionate for change. However, reaching for drastic systematic change from the get-go can cause strain on already existing employees of the criminal justice system and may not be sustainable. Systematic initiatives may also cause tension and othering, which not only affects those working in the system already, but can cause unnecessary hardship on vulnerable populations we work to serve. Social workers have incredible drive and steadfast ambition, but stigmatization and oppression continue among the actors who arguably have the most power within the system, including police officers, prosecutors, and politicians driving a tough-on-crime mentality. Integrating social workers into the criminal justice system brings up many ethical qualms. When working in prisons and jails, how do we prioritize the dignity and worth of a person when correction officers won't refer to inmates by their names? How can we challenge injustice when prosecutors guilt individuals out of a trial by emphasizing unfair plea deals? How do we uphold positive relationships when many police officers continue to target people of color and fatal police shootings continue to increase? However, without the integration of social workers, the system may never change for the better, and those we work for will continue to exist without the advocacy that we provide. So, how do we positively and effectively infiltrate the system, improving the livelihoods of our clients while avoiding a conflicting approach? In a perfect world, the ultimate goal would be complete carceral and criminal justice reform, decreasing unnecessary sentencing, increasing automatic access to resources, and eliminating racially and systematically charged practices. While this goal should ultimately drive our practice, we must prioritize meeting the needs of our clients right now. Let's focus on the before and the after: prevention, rehabilitation, and integration. Research shows that certain modalities of treatment are effective with justice-involved populations in their criminogenic needs. Cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive social learning strategies, motivational interviewing, drug rehabilitation, and community-based interventions have been shown to work. Along with mental and social support, there are also basic needs such as transportation, housing, food, clothing, and childcare. But are we really doing enough to support these basic needs? No, said every social worker ever. What is the point of treatment if someone can't even get there? And forget about treatment. What about court hearings, meetings with the PO, or even getting home after being released from jail? Which, by the way, is often in the middle of the night. Mothers can't bring their kids to inpatient treatment, and those with a low socioeconomic status can't afford a car to drive from Magna to the Salt Lake County Justice Court. Money is a big factor too. People may have access to treatment while incarcerated, but what about after? Few treatment facilities take Medicaid, and treatment is expensive, especially when you already spend the little money you have on food, rent, and a bus pass that hardly works trying to get from the west to the east side. As social workers and mental health professionals, we may know how to deliver the treatment, but we need to get the treatment to the people. So, here's what I propose. Mobile social workers. Let's get social workers and other actors of the criminal justice system into the homes and the communities of those we serve. In-home or community-based therapy, case management, meetings with parole officers and judges, etc. This would allow vulnerable, oppressed, and underserved folks to utilize care that they may have challenges accessing due to transportation, housing, money, childcare, and more. Social workers can deliver treatment or have a team that transports individuals to a local setting where they can receive care and education. There are already interventions in place that have supported in this way. The Utah Kayak Court System serves the unhoused population on the Jordan River by going straight to them and providing services directly. And Salt Lake County provides targeted case management to expecting and new mothers on Medicaid to help with the care of their babies and prevent neglect. So let's get social workers into the community, going directly into spaces that have high numbers of unhoused individuals, giving them services swiftly and directly. Having free group therapy services in recreation and community centers, which are close and easy to access by public transportation all around the valley. Providing individual and family therapy and case management services inside people's homes, and increasing accessibility to virtual meetings, treatment, and hearings. Along with this, the state should provide more classes and affordable or free education opportunities, which can be supported with the help of social workers. These interventions align well with the risk principle, ideally increasing access to appropriate treatment options for those of low to medium risk of antisocial behaviors and chances of reoffending. Bringing appropriate services directly to clients will address their needs by targeting maladaptive or antisocial behaviors, improving positive relationships, and addressing trauma while also focusing on physiological needs that contribute to the likelihood of recidivism. If these programs were to be increased and integrated into the criminal justice system, social workers would need to work directly with other groups inside the criminal justice system as well, including police, public defenders, POs, prosecutors, and carceral staff. Social workers are often found between fighting for a respectable place within the traditional system and being expected to pick up the pieces and fix the problems that existed well before social workers were integrated to the level that they are now. Departments should be created to give social workers more power to integrate programs instead of simply creating sporadic positions when problems with unclear solutions arise. The Salt Lake Police Department has already made efforts to integrate social workers into its practice through the Community Connection Center. Social workers join officers on the scene to provide short-term therapeutic support and resources. Social workers should also have more opportunity to fill leadership positions, especially within policing and within jails and prisons. Those with a desire to make changes should be given the authority. One of the biggest questions is, where do we get the social workers? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are about 74,000 social work jobs available each year, which is a lot of positions that need to be filled. And as needs continue to rise, especially with increasing incarceration, immigration control, and basic rights and needs being taken away from working Americans every day, that number will continue to go up. So what better opportunity than to provide training and education for those involved in the criminal justice system? Individuals with felony charges already have much difficulty accessing employment, and due to the cost of going to school, many leaving incarceration cannot afford it. So let's bring the access to them. These individuals can form a positive career while using their lived experience to support those who are currently involved in the system and need help directly. The University of Utah Neighborhood Partners provides a case management certificate program for those of immigrant or refugee background. This program has grown and is now offered online and in several other countries. This would be a great program to expand, increasing its focus to serve justice-involved people. Ideally, these programs should be funded through state and private grants to reduce the disparities currently caused by financial instability. Social workers who specialize in macro work can support through grant writing, organizational development, leadership, political advocacy, and fundraising. Ultimately, I do believe that social workers should be involved in the criminal justice system. At a micro level, supporting individuals through providing treatment and resources at all stages of being justice involved. At a meso level, helping create and integrating programs to ease the burden that often comes with accessing resources, treatment, and necessary involvement. And at a macro level, with increased involvement and the steady integration of programs that improve the lives of clients we work with, we will ideally improve public perception and shift towards a system that aims to make positive and lasting change for everyone it works with. And change is hard in a traditional system like our criminal justice system. Culture is often prioritized above adjustments that could positively impact not only our clients, but society as a whole. But considering the ethics and the values that we hold close to ourselves as social workers, the problem is too immense and too vulnerable and too integral for us to ignore. While working in the systems and with the people who may actively work against what we believe, the situation is too dire for us not to step in. As social workers, we are the grassroots, we are the beginnings, we do the jobs that nobody else wants to do, but without us, change couldn't be possible. So let's get out there. Let's work in the social justice system. Let's work in our communities so that we can make it more fair, more just, and a system that truly focuses on rehabilitation, reintegration, and dignity.